Timothy, and I'm a counselor here at Embry-Riddle Counseling Center. Today I'd like to speak with you about mindfulness and mindful breathing. Now, mindfulness is simply the process or the practice of observing the present moment on purpose without judgment. Mindful breathing would be using that practice and applying it to your breath. Now, the best way to be mindful of your breathing is to focus on your breath, the in-breath and the out-breath, the waves of breath as they enter and leave your body. Now, as we're doing it, we may be able to practice mindful breathing while we're standing, but ideally, we'd want to be either sitting on a chair or a cushion, or even laying on the floor. It can be helpful to designate a specific time for mindful breathing. So at the beginning of your day, or maybe at the end of the day, and identifying a time period. So whether that's a minute or 5 minutes or 10 minutes that you're going to be observing your breath in a mindful and intentional way. Mindfulness can be incredibly helpful for addressing anxiety and stress. And what we found is that the more you practice mindfulness and mindful breathing, the better you are able to utilize that skill when you encounter difficult situations like heightened anxiety or heightened levels of stress. Now, something that you can do if you are experiencing high levels of stress prior to engaging in mindfulness is taking what might be considered a cleansing breath. So a deep, exaggerated breath for about 3 seconds, holding it, and then exhaling for about 4 to 5 seconds. As you engage in mindfulness, you notice the changes within your body as you breathe. So your stomach, your abdomen, your nostrils. You may also encounter thoughts that occur as you're being mindful of your breath. Thoughts that may be distracting, where your mind wanders. And that's something that typically happens as we're engaging in mindfulness. When it does, you want to just gently remind yourself to acknowledge those thoughts and then guide your thoughts back to focusing and observing your breath. So in a few moments, we'll take an opportunity to practice a mindfulness exercise, which will take about a minute or two for us to go through that process. I encourage you to get comfortable, find some space and some time for you to be able to engage in this mindfulness activity. Find a relaxed and comfortable position, keeping your back upright but not too tight. Your hands resting wherever they're comfortable, your tongue on the roof of your mouth or wherever it's comfortable. Now notice and relax your body. Relax any areas of tension or stress and just breathe. Tuning into your breath, feel the natural flow of breath in and out. You don't need to do anything to your breath. You don't need to make it longer or shorter. Just breathe naturally, noticing where you feel your breath in your body. It might be in your abdomen, it may be in the chest or the throat, or in your nostrils. See if you can feel the sensation of your breath, one breath at a time. When one breath ends and the next breath begins. Now, as you do this, you might notice that your mind may start to wander. You may start thinking about other things. If this happens, it's not a problem, it's very natural. Just notice that your mind has wandered. You can say something like, thinking, or wandering in your head softly, and then gently redirect your attention back to your breathing. Now this can be done for longer than 1 minute. However, even for 1 minute, it will allow you to pause and be in the moment and connect in a mindful way. If you enjoyed this mindfulness guided exercise, we'll be continuing to provide opportunities for mindfulness throughout the week. So I'd encourage you to check back on our social media accounts and our YouTube for other opportunities to engage in regular mindfulness.